Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to look at the 2 to 4 player game Tapeworm, published by Studio Games. So let's go ahead down to the table here. I'm going to give you a general overview of how to play the game, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is what a typical setup of Tapeworm would look like. You're going to shuffle the deck, and you're going to deal out 5 cards to each player. And what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to look at your cards, and you're going to place a card that matches, let's see, one of the colors here. So if I went like this, I could, since I matched red, I could put as many reds down as I want in a single segment. But since I ended it, my turn ends. So again, on your turn, you just draw a card and you play a card. Now, on this player's turn, you'll notice that they can actually play this card. So they'll play this card, and then they can keep going, and then they can play, let's say, this card. And now they're done. So you can, after you draw, I keep forgetting to draw. After you draw, you can keep playing the same colored segment on the same segment until you can't. So you could technically wipe out your hand. And the first player to end with no cards in their hand wins, and that's simply it. Now there's a couple other things, like if you complete a loop, you can discard 2 cards from your hand and put it in the discard pile, and that could win you the game. And you'll notice these little symbols up here. The game comes with a nice reference. This is pretty much all the rules to the entire game on it, and the opposite side comes with what the special abilities do. Dig, draw a card, then discard a card. And you could do swap, choose a player and look at their hand, and you can take a card from it. If you do, give a card from your hand. Hatch, force another player to draw a card. Peek, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of the deck. And then cut. You can cut segments off of the tapeworm, and the other part gets discarded. Those are basically the abilities, and like I said, the game is going to be completely just trying to get rid of your cards. You could end up with hands that let you just basically put everything down, and then at that point you win the game. So there's a lot of curve pieces in here. So if I had to get a curve, let's see, here's a straight piece, here's another straight piece, and that. So if I happen to have this on my hand on turn 1, I would just win the game right then. Turn 1, game would be over, I would win. The game's pretty short. You can have games where you go through most of this deck. You have games where turn 1, someone just wins. There's nothing you could do about it. You didn't even get a turn. They just won. Although that's a little hard to do because you will be drawing cards. So you have to have 6 cards, but it can be done. Like there, if let's see, where's another one in here? And like a pink end would do it. So yeah, you can end the game turn 1 before the other player plays. But that's the rules. You have this is your start card that always comes out. And that's it. So let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I will give you my final thoughts on Tapeworm. So Tapeworm. Now, if you watch a lot of my review videos, you notice that I love a lot of games. I very rarely dislike a game. And I love a lot of the games that Studio Games does. But I don't like this game. Now, this game here, the problem I have with the game is it's just, there's not a whole lot to it. It gives me a really like Uno-y feel to it. And those games are mass market games that don't have much depth to them, and they're just there. And people have a lot of fun with them. I actually think this game will be great as a mass market game if it's not already. It'll be great for people that play those type of games and enjoy them. This game will probably be a game that they would enjoy. Like I said, it wasn't a game for me. I do like a lot of the games they come out with, and they come out with great games. So this game in particular, though, yeah. So it's with being able to put as many down as one color, I think might be the biggest problem with the game, because you could just, it's just super lucky, and then being able to do different like abilities and stuff on your turn, it really doesn't hurt that much. You can't see what the other player has, so there's not a lot that you can do strategy wise to prevent someone from winning. They're just either going to win or they're not. I think that's the biggest problem with the game. So you're either just, I think you're just going to basically win more by luck in this game, which I could be wrong, but that's my feel, than strategy. So, and I don't know if I was looking for more for this game or something different for this game, but in general, like I said, I don't normally do negative reviews, but I did not enjoy this game. I do, however, think that as a mass market game, it would have a good place. So yeah, so if people enjoy games like Uno or just some of the really light, simple card games that are out there, it's available at your big box stores, this might be a game for you. Like I said, it didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean it won't work for someone else. If you watch the overview and you find that that's something that might be enjoyable for you, definitely give it a try. But for me, it's a pass. So that was my thoughts on Tapeworm. Thank you for watching.